Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only, and for those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law, and through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and also a short trading lesson at the end, so please stay tuned. Today's stock analysis is for ticker symbol CTXR Citius Pharmaceuticals. This is a stock that has been featured a few times on this channel. And I've initially brought you videos on this around February, which was the time when I first invested in this stock. Initially on the 18th of February, I invested in this stock at $1.49, so close of play on the Friday. It was trading at $3.69, so it's also a stock that I have taken profits out and also reinvested, and you'll be able to see on the screen the current price at close of play at time of editing. So in terms of the year, this stock is well up in excess of 261%. So let's now have a look at a comparison of this stock to similar other pharmaceuticals from January to close of play on Friday. What I'd like to share with you on the screen is a comparison of penny stocks in the pharmaceutical sector trading January the 1st, 2021, and also close of play on the left hand side 18th of June 2021. So our highlighted stock there, ticker symbol CTXR, is just highlighted in blue near the middle. January this was trading around $1, and then right now close of play on the 18th of June, this is currently was trading at $3.69. Many of the other stocks have also done well. Most of them have not really recovered fully, but certainly some of them have also gone down. But in terms of what the strongest performer, I think the strongest performer is certainly CTXR from the period January to June 2021. So let's have a look at some of the reasons for this. In terms of more detailed information with regard to what Citius Pharmaceuticals are involved in, please refer back to my previous detailed due diligence video on this stock. What I'd like to do today is look at some news updates for CTXR. So we're going to start by looking at a headline here from Seeking Alpha, which I think is giving us some important catalysts. So this is the headline here: the halt for superiority on the horizon. So the summary is the IDMC is going to meet on June the 29th for a superiority review. Minor lock has no competition. Again, that's something that we've featured in more detail in previous videos. We'll have a look at that again quickly. Price target has increased to $10, so again very bullish there. Minor lock has fast track designation. Again, very strong aspects of this business, and it's also very unique, and the business is very cash rich and has enough cash through for commercialization and revenue generation. Let's continue with this article now by looking at market opportunity. So market opportunity is huge. So obviously they have the antibiotic lock therapy, ALT, which is going to have an estimated $750 million per year in the US, projecting to reach $1.84 billion globally, so by 2028. So a huge potential there. This is currently removing and replacing infected CVCs in terms of the standard of care. CVCs are life-saving vascular access ports in patients requiring long-term intravenous therapy. So in terms of the 7 million CVCs used annually in the US, nearly 500,000 become infected. So obviously the infection needs to be removed. These procedures are costly, and they're also discomforting, and sometimes 15 to 20% are involved in terms of with significant morbidity, so not good news there. So currently no approved therapies to salvage infected CVCs. That's very important for our stock. Minor lock penetrates biofilm, eradicates bacteria and salvages the infection catheter while providing clotting properties. So very good aspect of the business here. It does have the potential to change the standard of care for the management of these serious infections. So not only has this got huge potential in the US, it's also got huge potential worldwide. And at the bottom there we can see some price targets over the next 2 to 3 weeks. It's going to be huge for this stock. The first catalyst is going to be inclusion in the Russel Index, so that's good news. Funds and retail investors will be jumping ahead of this June 25th reconstitution date. In addition, we also have a June 29th DMC meeting, and speculation that around the trial being halted could push the price back down to the low $3. So hopefully that doesn't happen, because the potential is huge, and we can certainly see from the charts the growth in this stock has been phenomenal. For the benefit of new investors, let's have a quick recap now with regard to the company. The company trades on the NASDAQ. It's a small pharmaceutical company looking at the development and commercialization of drug products in growing markets. So the key products that it has is the MinoLock. It also has the CTXR 101 Mino Wrap, and they're also having a therapy for treating ARDs. So in terms of the diagram there, the MinoLock market potential is in excess of $1.5 billion. Currently there you'll see it's in phase 3. So again, a huge catalyst there, potentially coming soon. The CTXR 002 is currently phase 1, so a long-term catalyst there. We have the CTXR 101 Mino Wrap currently in preclinical trials, and also the CTXR 401 also in preclinical trials. But in terms of the stock, the potential is currently in the MinoLock. Next thing I'd like to share with you is an important date with regard to the Independent Data Monitoring Committee. So the important date I'd like to share with you in your diary here is a meeting on June the 29th. So very important there. It could be a huge catalyst. The committee is going to review the data, provide recommendations within 5 days. So if those recommendations are positive, I could certainly see this stock shooting up well in excess of $4. Let's have a look now at the potential from the DMC recommendation. So if they recommend a halt for superiority, things are certainly going to move very fast. It also has fast track designation, the MinoLock, and this is going to provide expedited review of drugs to treat serious and life-threatening conditions which currently fulfill an unmet medical need. So huge potential there. There's going to be more frequent meetings with the FDA to discuss a development plan and ensure collection of appropriate data with regard to support and approval. More frequent correspondence with the FDA about the design of the clinical trials. Rolling review for completed sections of the new drug application, NDA, to be submitted and reviewed by the FDA, rather than waiting for the entire application to be completed and submitted for review. So basically we're looking at the NDA to be filed in the 3rd quarter of 2021. So again, a huge potential catalyst there. As an investor, one thing I'm also interested in is competition. So let's have a look at that. As stated earlier, the CRBSCI has an unmet medical need. There is no FDA approved method for treating infected CVC. So that basically means there is no competition. So certainly Citius Pharmaceuticals will be the first to get into this market. They will dominate, and if there are any future competitors, they will be playing a huge game of catch up. So in terms of the caps, the approval for the business, the caps are only approved for hemodialysis catheters. In summary, the caps are for a specific indication and pose little threat to MinoLock, since there are still plenty of infections that occur daily. So very limited competition there, and huge potential for the future. Another key aspect of this business is cash. Cash is actually huge. In the first 5 months of 2021, funding has been very good. In terms of the MinoLock, we can see that Citius have announced closing of $77 million direct offering in February. That was highlighted in my previous video, and that gave the company a huge cash boost. So in addition to that, they've had private placement of $20 million announced in January, and we believe that Michael Bigger of Bigger Capital was involved in this in terms of a private placement. We'll have a look at his tweet there. He's tweeted long CTXR on the same day. So the source there is Twitter. So bottom line is that cash has been raised. No further offerings are expected at any time soon. So overall, excellent news from an assets and a cash point of view. And the other catalyst that has been driving this stock forward in terms of momentum was the June 7th announcement that Citius is going to be added to the Russell 2000 Index. This is actually formally going to happen on June the 25th. So again, fairly imminent. So another date for your diary. Once that is added, it basically gives the business more accessibility to stability in terms of funds. The business is going to obviously move forward with a much better reputation. So it's a good news overall there. Let's now have a look at some potential price targets. So over the next 2 to 3 weeks, it's going to be very huge for Citius. The first catalyst is going to be obviously inclusion in the Russell Index from the 25th of June. So huge potential there. The other catalyst we've got is June the 29th, which already been discussed. Dawson James recently gave Citius a price target of $8, so that is certainly more than double of the price close of play on the Friday, and noted that CTXR is funded all the way through to commercialization, and $8 is low in their opinion. So good news going forward. From my personal point of view, this is a stock that I will be holding long term. I'd like to now give a shout out to Incognito through social media on StockTwits. He's an investor who's also very bullish, so his message here, I'll share that with you. What he's saying is, do not be surprised if we break $10 in the coming weeks. That scientific literatures that he's read have convinced him that the DMC will recommend a halt in their phase 3 trials. Many institutional investors will also start to load up, especially with the Russel Index inclusion. But short term aside, do not grasp this opportunity and potential of Citius. All 4 of their products could potentially yield $2 billion in annual revenue 2023, so not too far away as far as I'm concerned. He's also said in the region of 10 to 50, we can confidently estimate a 2023 valuation of $30 billion in terms of market cap. So this is certainly a life-changing business, and obviously he's making comparisons with NIO and Tesla. So certainly maybe a little bit ambitious there, but the potential for the stock is definitely huge. I'd like to now share with you an updated SWOT analysis that I've completed for CTXR. This is obviously looking at the strengths, the weaknesses, opportunities and threats. Anybody who's studied business or marketing will be aware of this theory here in terms of SWOT analysis. So let's have a look at the key strengths in blue on the top left hand side. They have unique products without competition, for example the minor lock. We've also seen a key strength right now. Russell Index inclusion has been confirmed and is imminent. We've seen have a very strong and healthy balance sheet with huge amount of cash. It's not a heavily shorted stock right now, so we've seen that in terms of the overall momentum has been very good. We've seen a price target increased, $8 and also $10. So very important strengths there. Opportunities there, if you look at the website, they're also looking at potential pharmaceutical company. So again, another angle there for revenue generation. They have patents for unique and innovative products, so legal protection. FDA Fastrack approval, so they have been given the go-ahead because it is an unmet need. Okay, so weaknesses, obviously no revenue, and that is to be expected, and that does reflect the $3.69 close of play Friday price. It's not, you know, $100 stock, so it's obviously it's a stock that has the potential, so we are aware of that. So the other weakness is it is still a penny stock, but again, one of the reasons why we're investing in this, that it is a stock for the future. And finally, threats. There is a chance that we can have phase 3 failure. That can happen in any trial. Many pharmaceutical companies will experience this. If that happens, the share price will generally nosedive. So that is the risk of trading. Personally, don't think that's going to happen. Phase 1 and phase 2 have been very positive, and I'm quietly confident that phase 3 is going to go ahead with success. In terms of a strike price, certainly if you can catch this stock with a pullback below $3.30, I think that would be a good entry for a long-term play on this. So if you can catch this with a pullback below $3.30, that would be a good entry point. Due to an extended stock analysis, the next trading lesson will be the next video. So thank you very much for joining me, and please stay tuned.